is Paul George bought in? Is this going to be an issue next year? Is this going to end positively for the Sixers and Paul George? I know I'm asking you to look down the road here, but right now in my gut, I'm not getting a good vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a little bit sympathetic from Paul George for if I'm, divvying up the blame pie for this Sixers season. Joel Embiid certainly taking the largest slice. That's the guy that simply has not been around. And Paul George was not brought here to be a Batman. He was brought here to join an already established contending team with Joel Embiid as the foundation, and that foundation has not been here nearly regularly enough. Now, who knows what's going on with the knee and the injury concerns? Like, we'll see the second half of the season whether this was some strategic plan to make sure he can be at his healthiest from the playoffs. And if it does fully work out in the Sixers' favor, history tells us that is not the best bet here. And I'm also not going to fully excuse Paul George. That last performance before the All-Star break in which he had 2 points, like that stuff just cannot happen. And the injury concerns, like I'm a little bit sympathetic from the standpoint that it has been a rocky route this entire season. Started the year with the bone bruise in preseason, picked up another bone bruise in that same knee. Then he had a groin issue that he dealt with. And then that finger, while it sounds like so lame, excusing a pinky finger on the non-shooting hand, that still does impact the way you dribble, the way you pass, the way you hold a basketball, go up and rebound, all those things. So it's been a failure for Paul George to this point. There's no doubt about it. When looking at his numbers, we're talking about like this lines up with like before Paul George became Paul George, like his rookie season, before anybody believed he could be this caliber of talent that he did prove to be. That's the kind of output that the Sixers are getting. That can't happen either. But I guess I will just say this to Paul is the opportunity still in front of him. If he has an awesome second half of the season, all is forgotten, all will be satisfied, and he'll be looked at quite favorably in Philadelphia. So it's been a failure to this point, but he has every opportunity to still redeem himself.